Hi everybody! We are live from the womb. I'm Dr. Sinead Dufour. I'm the Director of Pelvic Health at the womb, and I am here with Angela, who is one of our fitness instructors on my pelvic health team. And actually, we're not live at the womb, we're actually live from my backyard. So Angela and I have had so much fun today doing BackYard Barre. And it's been so much fun. We've been adapting all the different sort of nooks and crannies of my backyard to do different types of barre exercises, and we will be featuring a new exercise each day of the week, starting with one at the end of our little chat today. So we've had so much fun, but what we wanted to do today on our live is actually make sure everyone knows that we run these amazing barre classes at the womb and how awesome they are. So certainly for me, it's my most favorite class offering that we have at the womb, and that's for a whole bunch of different reasons. But first I'm going to have Angela actually just explain what is a barre class.
Okay, so super excited to be here to be able to share. And if you've ever done ballet or dance as a child, you're going to have that muscle memory inside of you of what barre is. With barre, we get to use the props of the barre itself to stand up nice and tall and to support our posture. Now with this, it's a full body movement. It's a fusion of Pilates, a little bit of ballet, all kind of core and conditioning moves that are appropriate for toning the body and for bringing really that mind-body connection through the use of arm work, leg work. We're using coordination, we're using tempo to change things up, and of course throughout we're really connected to our breath, having those nuances of subtleties. There's always option for modification as well as taking it up with some added props. So there is so much freedom in barre to come and enjoy and just love moving and listening to the music at the same time. It's just getting that fitness in. So I'll pass on to Sinead.
Yeah, so one other thing I did just want to say about barre too, and this is more kind of from a physio perspective. So we have kind of transferred regular barre fitness, which we run at the womb, but we also have a version of our barre class that is run through our rehab program. So it's billed as physiotherapy, and it includes very specific attention cueing to the pelvic floor. So through the class, you know, Angela isn't doing the usual contract your core, bring your belly button to your spine. She is really understanding that many of the people in that class are in the process of rehabilitating their pelvic floor. So she'll be cueing them to engage, recruit, integrate, reintegrate that pelvic floor through all the movements. So you're getting pelvic floor rehab with this beautiful full body conditioning movement. Right? So that's one of the really cool things that we offer at the womb. The other thing about barre that's really great, I think, for women who are kind of getting to know their body again after they've had a baby or they're going through some different transitions, and they may find that the usual forms of exercise they're familiar with, whether it be jogging or even Zumba or a HIIT class that has, you know, jumping jacks in it, for example, any of those types of impact maneuvers sometimes don't work very well if you have a pelvic floor issue. You might find yourself leaking, you might find it aggravates prolapse, you might even find it aggravates diastasis. And the great thing about barre is you get this incredible toning with this intentional, low impact movement with a lot of high reps. So you get really fantastic toning. So it can actually breathe new fresh life into a fun form of exercise, you know, as you're transitioning away from other types of exercises that just don't work for you anymore. Because we always want women to have options and women to be strong and healthy. So before Angela kind of walks me through the first exercise you're going to get to see, good save. One of my pool floaties almost knocked the camera down. Angela's got good reflexes there. So before I do that, I just wanted to make a note that currently our barre class still is running online. So it will transition back into person soon. And And certainly we want to know if people are interested in kind of more barre, you know, attending a barre workshop, attending a barre backyard workshop. So let us know if you're interested in that. But for now, we're still running on Zoom. And some people find they're not sure they can make a Zoom work because their kids are at home and they just can't make it work. But I did want Angela to share actually how flexible her Zoom classes run. So if you don't mind sharing a few pieces so people realize how accessible it is before we do our exercise.
That's sure. The online right now has been, you know, really amazing for some women who can't really take more than the allotted time to get away. And if the children are coming in and need a moment of mom's time, it's definitely okay. We make it completely okay for you to deal with your children at that time. So it's been a real bonus for some women that just wouldn't be able to get out of the house for class, but still being able to attend to their needs. We've had moms with young children, and the fathers come home and kind of pair off in order to make that work for them. And it's just a beautiful kind of synergy as well to see how everybody's helping support the woman to get back to her self-care and to her full self, and to just have, you know, few real good moments to connect with her core.
Absolutely, and you can bring your device outside, and you can do Angela's class in your backyard, because I love doing barre in my backyard. So, yeah. Okay, so
right.
Are we going to get to it? Our first exercise.
Okay, so we have many for you this week, of course, but the one that we're going to do right now, so if you could do this laying on your belly, but if, of course, that's not something that is appropriate for you, this is a great example of how this could be transferred from laying on your front to coming and standing. Or if you're on hands and knees, maybe the wrists were a little bit intense for you. We don't need to be on our hands and knees. We come on up, and that's what's so great about the barre. We have these options to take the different layers of the movement and apply them to the exercise. So I'm going to get Sinead to step back a little and then take the forearms down onto the makeshift barre here. Now, she has a beautiful length in her spine. I'm just going to kind of turn this a little. We were trying to not have to touch this, but I think maybe better. And I'll get you just to scoot a little bit more over here, Sinead, so you're using that forearm there. Okay, so she has this beautiful length in her spine. You can see if she was on her hands and knees, she'd be able to still maintain the spine. If she's laying on her belly, she'd still be able to maintain the spine. She's got a nice length in the spine, and we've decided to cross those forearms so there's no tension at the wrist, but you need to keep those shoulders back and down and those shoulder blades engaged. She's going to lift her right leg up. Lifting it straight up and behind is going to engage that glute. We're going to look to level off the pelvis. Keep this nice engagement through the pelvic floor that's going to engage your TA, and then she's going to bend at the knee, flexing the heel in towards her glute. Good, and then she's going to kick that heel up towards the ceiling. So she's going to fire up her gluteus maximus here. She's got the exhalation, pelvic floor lifts, heel goes up towards the ceiling. I'm just going to pull your heel in a little more. Good, she's got her flip-flop on here, going straight up towards the sky. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good, for 4, 3, 2, and I'll just get you to look over here. We're going to pull that heel towards you and then release. Little press in and release. Good. She's keeping her knee nice and lifted. We're looking for that nice length through the sides of the body, watching not to arch in that low back as the pelvis stays in neutral. Let's do for 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. What I'm going to get you to do is reach your hand back, take hold of the ankle, open up the chest a little, lift the knee, and come into this beautiful dancer's pose as well. Yes, you could rotate and open. That would engage the standing leg, hip to suck in. Good. I'll get you to face towards the barre once more, and then think of dancer's pose where we lift the chest and you can kind of press down and come on up. Good. Lifting and release. All right. Yay. Thank you, Sinead, so beautiful.
Okay, everyone, so tune in at 4 o'clock every day this week for a new exercise of BackYard Barre, and let us know if you want to see more of BackYard Barre or a workshop or something that we run, and we're happy to do that. So have a good night, everyone.
All right, any questions, leave them below, and we'll hope to see you online or at the clinic.